Gotta put my hat on. Bad hair day. For sure.
Here we are.
Is that you?
Uh-uh.
Somebody's here, huh?
It's got to probably be Jason.
Think so? How would you know?
It doesn't.
You can tell by the number.
It doesn't.
Who's here? There's only one person here, so who is it? Fess up. Randy Deaver.
Hey, Randy and Mary.
How you doing?
Welcome. We're early and you're early too.
Something in my eye. I think it's my finger. Steve Moran.
Hey, Steve and Jackie. How you guys doing?
Well, Randy Deaver and Mary are doing good.
Good.
We're here a little bit early. We're going to let people get on tonight and let them get the warning before we do anything.
I'm exhausted.
A lot to talk about tonight. Yeah. A lot to talk about.
I'm tired.
You're tired?
Mm-hmm.
Why? You slept all day.
No, I didn't.
There's John Combs. Howdy.
Hey, Yanni. Hey, Patty Mom.
Wow, we just jumped up to 10. People are coming. Let us know you're here.
So
Tonight's a special night, so you guys are going to...
Half you guys have said hey. We still need 5 more to weigh in.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Just the 2 of us? All right. How you guys doing?
Haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah, we're coming to Quartzsite. Mount Laurel.
Hey, Mountain Laurel and Rosebud.
Yeah, we didn't know if we were going to be there, but we are going because we're going to be recruiting, but not for Guard 1. We're going to be recruiting for Sky Thunder Fireworks. Myron Priest, good evening.
Hey, Myron.
Patty Combs.
Hey, Patty.
Saw your shed moving video. Proud of you. Yeah. What?
Me too.
Yeah. It was pretty...
it was emotional for him.
Rosebud's here. All right.
Rosebud.
People are showing up. Cool. Awesome. Patty's here.
Yep.
Twice. She came twice. Love today's video. I bet it feels great to be moving forward. Yeah, and I didn't want to destroy that building, and everybody kept telling me, "Oh, just tear it down, tear it down." And, you know, it has history around here. I didn't want to destroy it, so.
You got the best of both worlds.
Yeah, now I'm going to have a nice shed, and then someday when we have the money again to build the garage, then I will. But I want to get the house done first. We're going to go tomorrow and buy a bunch more windows. So
more windows.
Get all the windows so they can go ahead and start framing.
Steve loves the hat.
Oh, you can say, "Let's go, Brandon."
It has rained so much here, John and Patty. You guys know probably that it's kind of put a damper on things.
Yeah, it's kind of slowed it down, but the weather was really good today.
Yeah, so I think a lot of
and it's supposed to keep kind of being that way. So hopefully tomorrow everybody shows up. They still have one little wall to do. They gotta put the, I call it the exhaust. Hey, Louie, Barbara, you got to put the sewer lines in, and then they can get on framing it, finishing the framing, because there's where that one wall is. They had to stop. Jason, the amount of work those kids did in your last video was awesome.
Really, huh?
Yeah.
It was a delight to watch them, really.
Yeah. So, and actually, the best part of the video that I filmed will be in the next video. So, You gotta watch the next one because it's going to be really cool.
As of this morning, we still had puddles from the last rain 2 days ago. Same here.
Yeah,
yep.
But they're pretty much gone now. Today we had really good sunshine.
They covered up the flooring that they put the OSB on, and the spare boards and stuff. They, the lumber they haven't used yet, but it's still got major puddles on it.
And they are going to trick out that shed, so they're gonna plywood the whole outside of it. They're gonna make a door, and they're gonna put the metal on the outside. I even have, I think, an extra window I might stick in there.
I think you should.
So I have one window in there, a little one. It's
hey,
just a small.
Tigners, how you guys?
I'm here. I told him you got to come to tonight's live. So.
You're not late.
You're not late. You're early.
We were early.
Actually, you're 1 minute late, but that's okay. we don't hold anything against you. You can give us some of that rain.
Yeah,
Billa darling. There you go.
I don't know. You guys had too much rain a little bit ago.
So did you guys read the name of this video?
Louie, we're doing good. We're doing better than we've been doing. If you saw our latest video.
Yeah, if you read the
title of this
title of the this live, type 1. I want to see how many people know what I said, because I'm going to tell you what that meant.
Hey Scott. Hey Mark. What's up, Tin Man? Thank you for the congrats, Scott. We're moving along.
Hey Ron. Ron Darrell's here.
Hey Ron.
Midwest is here.
One. Hey Midwest.
Okay, so I said Quartzsite, so we kind of covered that a little bit, but we'll talk a little more about that. We're going to Quartzsite. And then the home build, we've been talking about that. I got my hat on because we're going to talk a little bit about the election. And 43, do you guys know what 43 means? Let's see how many people know.
A lot of people know.
Nobody knows. Today was, Darla and I have been married 43 years. And she's still the luckiest girl in the world.
And you're still delusional.
So that's what 43 means. So today's November 10th, the Marine Corps birthday and our anniversary. So that's what that is. So everybody everybody else have to come on here and watch, so they find out what the 43 means.
Yeah, Mountain Laurel, we're glad you watched it.
Yeah, the video is that video was pretty cool, and I set up a time lapse. They don't really work that fast. Someone said they really work fast. That was a time lapse, but they actually work. The next one, I'll give you a hint. They were putting the boards down, and I was standing watching them put the boards down in real time, and it looked pretty fast. It looked like it was going in fast forward. So they were just bang, bang. They were just putting them in real quick. So I think once it dries up, because see, they still have to do a little bit of tractoring out here, because they want to put the shed in where I want it. And the little slope that comes up alongside the motorhome here. Hi, Trey.
Hi, Trey. Hi, Wendy.
It wasn't wide enough to get the shed through there, so they're going to have to push it back out, and then they're going to have to cut just maybe about that much more, and then it'll come around that tree. It was getting to where it was going to get into the tree. I didn't want it to. If anything's going to tear that shed apart, it'd be that tree. So it's been hit by tractors and everything else. That didn't. There's Phil. Hey Phil, how you doing? But anyway, they're gonna pull that thing up, and then we have one of the side covers is still intact. I think I'm gonna have them put that out there and then use the longer metal and make it so I can park the car underneath there, so that if we ever have a hailstorm, it'll keep it from getting damaged. The truck's already been hail damaged, but
Laurel, good job on the time lapse.
Yeah.
Those are fun. I appreciate watching those when I watch videos too, on a job that's like supposed to take progression of time, and you just don't have that much time.
Then we spent 3 days this week
Hey, Jason.
Going down for doctor's appointments in Texarkana, and 2 of the 3 days was during intense, I mean intense, lightning, wind, rain, dodging tornadoes and everything. And I actually drove the Cadillac where the water was coming up the hood. The water was so, and I thought I'm just going, oh
There's
man.
no storm like a southern storm.
Yeah, and that was actually in Texarkana.
Hey, Kent, how you doing?
And luckily, it didn't shut the motor down because I was afraid it was going to.
Yes, anyway. Thanks for the reminder to hit the thumbs up, guys, before you.
Only Hitchhiker Ken, howdy, howdy, tinfoil, and Darla. Glad to see you. No, he says a lad. Oh, Uglad. Oh, it's Darla, huh? Darla, Uglad. Darla, Uglad. It just was like one word. Everyone good, tonight, you hit the thumbs up. Yeah, there you go. Today's video really cranked. We got quite a few views, so it'll be a good one. It'll be one of those ones that over the next week or so, I'll probably get a lot of people watching it, which is good because we're getting close to Quartzsite time.
Yeah.
And usually when we go to Quartzsite, we get a lot of views, and it's a lot of fun.
Hi, Amanda.
Yeah, where's Jason?
He just popped on. I already said hi to him.
Oh, there he is, right there.
Greg. Hello.
Okay. I got something in my left eye, and it's driving me crazy. So the reason why I'm wearing my tinfoil hat is because I'm having a bad hair day. My hair's like, I look like, I don't know what it is. It's just like right in the middle. So my hair's starting to thin, and when it does, and it gets weird. It looks funny. So bound to happen. That's it's a sign of getting mature. Huh.
Sure. Is that your definition?
Anyway, there's Mellow Cat said hi. Okay, I guess I think everyone's here now, huh?
We're caught up.
Yeah. And KG's doing good. He's over there sleeping. He just opened his eyes. We have been really dealing with him the last few nights because for some reason
he turned into a Saint Bernard.
He goes to bed as a Chihuahua, and in the middle of the night turns into an elephant.
Yeah.
And I go get up to use the restroom, and when I go back, I can't get in bed. And then when I finally do get in bed, I hear her falling all out of the bed on this. He's something else, man.
We keep thinking if, our plan is to get a California king bed because that's what we had at our house. We keep thinking if we get one of those, we'll have more room, but I don't think so.
So who on here?
Let me just say one other thing about him. He's the kind of dog that has to be touching you.
Yeah.
One or the other of us. He's either got to be laying on our feet or right up in the small of our back, or he's got to be touching somewhere. And usually, if we're hanging off the sides of the bed on both sides of it, he can still touch both of us.
Yeah, he does. He does. It's crazy. Anybody here like an expert on building showers?
Jason said you could go bald like him. You had it.
Yeah. See, it looks funny today. So I tried combing it every which way, and it's just not working. So
Ron Darrell said one. He read the title.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's that's why I just wonder if everyone knew what 43 is. Today is our 43rd. For the ones you just dropped on, our 43rd anniversary. So, and she's still the luckiest girl in the world. Anyway, so I'm looking for someone to give us some advice on how, because we're gonna kind of I don't know. It's going to be weird because there's just going to be a pipe sticking up when we start, and we're going to have to get a drain, and we're going to have to, get the fall. I've been watching some videos on it.
I know two people that are experts at it.
They use those regular. Yeah, they just put like TV trays in there or something.
So
remember TV trays? Do they still have those?
Yeah.
Do they?
I don't know if any of you guys know about Schluter. shower pants. But that's what Bill's planning on using.
Well, I was going to, but I'm thinking.
We saw a couple videos, and I told Bill, I said, there are way too many steps with that.
Well, you get it for the membrane, but you use like a can't remember what it is, but it's like a dry pack. You add water to it, but you don't get it real wet, real wet, and you kind of get it where it's got a 1/4 inch fall, and you tuck it underneath the drain and the whole thing, and then you take it, you scrape it until you get it. But I don't know. We're gonna it's gonna get framed in, and then have the little dam framed in, and then it'll end up being tiled up the dam and on top of the dam, and then the outside would be drywall.
The Schluter thing we saw didn't have the dam. It was a piece of the Schluter part they cut off.
But that's what they use for a dam. But you could just use 2x4s too.
So it wouldn't be as waterproof, I don't think. I don't know. Get a one piece, no seam, so it doesn't.
Hey leak. Ron, I'm the one that's the abused one. I'm the nice one. Remember?
He met you. Make sure you put a trap under the floor, Mark said.
Yeah, to have a trap, and well, what's going to happen? There's going to be the shower will be actually in the corner.
Thanks, Mountain Laurel.
And then right next to it, going towards the bedroom part, that's where the toilet will be, and then the vanity will be over on the side wall. So it all kind of have to intersect and then go out. It's going to go out the side. So
thanks, Kat. Anyway, Phil said he had a Schluter system put in, but he didn't do it.
Yeah, we got to do it because, well, my son-in-law was supposed to call me tonight, and we were supposed to talk. He said he knows how to do it, so we'll just have to see. But I do want to get it.
Warm.
What?
It's warm.
Warm. You can turn the vent on again if you want. Want to do that? No. Turn on the air. I think the heater's on.
I can't believe it's November. It doesn't feel.
I know. Yeah, I gotta get the truck dialed in, and I gotta get the motor on. I gotta get those front brakes and the fuel filter on it. Get it lubed. Also used on wall. Yeah, they have a membrane. You can buy their membrane, but you can they also sell certain kinds of like water board or something that you put up.
Green board.
But you just got to make sure that stuff is sealed. You can't just throw it up there and think that's gonna. Because we had a guy do a shower for us one time, and I went to take my first shower, and the water wasn't draining, and it kept filling up. So I had to get out of the shower, and so we had a rooter guy come over, and I called the guy. I said, "Hey, my shower's not draining." He goes, "Well, I don't know what happened, man." Anyway, they couldn't get a thing to go down. Come to find out, when he was doing all the plaster or whatever, he didn't plug the drain. It went down in there and got caught in the trap, and that was it. So
he had to get a jackhammer.
Yeah, he had to get we dug underneath the foundation of the house and dug up to it.
Cut it out.
Because it was a cement slab, and had to cut it out and put a whole new system up underneath there. And then I don't think we ever really got it filled back in real good, but we did as much as we could. So.
But it was leaking when we moved out of the house.
The wall was.
The shower was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, not the pipe. The shower was.
Well, we're going tomorrow to buy all the windows.
For 50 years,
yeah.
But only if you put it in right.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not how good the product is; it's how good we are at putting it in. So I'm saying my son-in-law, he's done it before, and he seems to think he can help us. Maybe it's like I don't know. I don't know how much we may need more help than we can help. So if I could find somebody that wouldn't charge us an arm and leg, then I could do it. But we're slowly but surely.
Oh, you're from California prices.
Yeah, we're slowly but surely getting to the point where we're going to have to slow down here and maybe put a standby on it until we get make some more money. So I do think another thing on the title coming in, the election. I think due to that, fireworks is going to be a big deal this year.
I think so.
I think it's going to be real big. I think people, unless we have like a war, a civil war, or some stupid thing, things are kind of quiet right now. It's a little bit shaky. Hence, tinfoil hat. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen on that. But he won. He won big time, and I think they were probably getting ready to do some shenanigans, and then when they realized how much he was winning by, I think they decided they better not try it, and they didn't have COVID to cover for them. So I watched the thing today where there's 16 million votes missing from the last election. So anyway, that makes it kind of interesting. So see if I got rid of anyone. Nope, people are still here. So
however, we do have monkeypox to be concerned about.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw that, but that's a Bill Gates thing. And what, 6 weeks ago was it? He got approval on a vaccination for monkeypox. And 2 days after the election, 2 days, they said. 43 monkeys escaped from a lab that Bill Gates is involved with, and they're running around South Carolina.
But they don't know if they were infected with the
virus. They said they weren't. They said they weren't infected.
Well, the report I heard said they weren't sure.
And they're telling everyone to stay inside their houses and to not
shoot them.
Yeah, don't kill them. Don't do anything to them. But they're not out looking for them. So what's that mean?
Anyway, keep your masks handy.
It's scary. These people are scary. They don't like to lose. And they have a lot to lose this time. A lot. Concealed gun permits will allow you to come in all 50 states legally. I heard that today. Well, the United States, not California, maybe. I saw this morning too where the mayor of New York is shipping 20,000 illegals back to the Texas border, and Texas said, as soon as they get here, we're going to load them on another bus and send them to another sanctuary city. So they don't want them back in Texas. They want them gone. So, but how do they make you choke? You are welcome. Thanks for sharing that great 43 news with us all at Darla.
That was.
He doesn't snore, and he's snoring tonight.
No, but I disturbed him.
Oh, hate plumbing. Yeah, well,
I hate plumbing.
I don't find plumbing to be that difficult unless I'm laying underneath the sink with one of those funky wrenches trying to tighten the faucet hose. That's the hard part for me. But I don't like being all confined underneath something. But that one in the bathroom, I've had to do it a couple. Yeah. The seals in there blew out, so I had to fix the seals. But anyway.
So those of you that watched the video about the shed being moved off the foundation, did you hear all the cracking? That was a little scary.
That was the board in the back.
I know, but you don't know that when it's rolling.
They got it. They were pulling it. I was surprised how easy it moved.
Yeah.
I mean, when they just barely tugged on that thing, and it just slid like he moved back about that far, and that thing slid about that far. It was crazy. And then they put boards so they could get up and over the blocks. and then that's another time when it cracked because it got up and then it had to go down the other side.
Hi, Death Rod. He says in tight spots, not so much plumbing. What happened to all the performers and actors that would flee the USA? Guess they can't get tickets.
Well, there's a billionaire that is offered them all rides. He's got a couple of jets. He said he'll take them wherever they want to go one way. So, and that one guy, the attorney that went to jail, that set up Trump on that thing with Stormy Daniels, he got out of jail, and he said that if he gets elected, he's leaving. And then the next day, he said, "Well, I'm not leaving. This is my country. I'm staying."
They all talk a big talk.
If we could just get rid of the view, that would be a really good start.
Seems like it moved good, Cat said. The shed. It did.
Oh, yeah, man. It was like it was on wheels.
Yes.
And
guy knew what he was doing.
Yeah, and once we got it, like I say, we can't, it started to get wedged by that tree. So I told him, stop. It's going to get wedged in there and you won't get it out. So tomorrow, hopefully, they're going to push it back. Like I say, they got to cut a little bit more on this, on this side over here. So they just got to take out about that much more dirt.
It's sloped. And so we've had to kind of tier it and then go down and tier it and go down and tier it. You know, swales.
So we're working on it, but yeah, it's exciting. I just can't wait until the walls are up and the windows are in it and it's all outside's all done and the roof's on it and everything, because then we could just kind of take a breath and relax, and then they can get that shed done and get that so we can put stuff in there.
Grouting tile takes a long time and must be sealed in properly and tight to prevent leakage. There's a tacky peeling spray you can use on all seams of tile.
Well, you experts, I need to talk to you. That's what I need. I need to talk to someone who really knows their stuff about it. Yeah. Well, Ron, he said, yeah, I heard a bunch of them. You know why they're leaving? The illegals are leaving because Trump said, if you get caught in this, if you're illegal and you get caught in this country, you're going to be removed and you will not be allowed back. If you come back, you spend 10 years in jail. So they're all getting out of here while they can. So we'll see.
Yeah, like Jason said, bye, you won't be missed.
Yeah, well, they, you know, what did they think, man? They must have let 15, 20 million people in here, you know, and there's nowhere. They were giving them money and giving them free housing and all this stuff. And then, you know, I mean, our military people, the veterans are sleeping on the streets, and our own citizens. Man, this ain't Rome, man. This is a different time, and we shouldn't be doing that. Our military definitely needs to be taken care of because, well, tomorrow's Veterans Day, so they definitely need to be taken care of, treated with respect when they go to the VA. You know, I'll tell you what, man. Last time when Trump was in office, you could go to the DMV and people were halfway nice. Just lately, man, we have a lady over here at the DMV, and
I think she's been like that.
She is Krabatha to the max.
Born under a lemon tree or something.
And you know what? I have to hold my tongue. But now when I go in there, I'm going to say, well, you know what? I think maybe
you're not going to go in.
You know what? You're going to be fired because I'm going to complain about you. And I know a lot of people don't like you, and we're all going to complain about you. And Trump will fire your butt, and you'll never get a job anywhere else. So we'll see. Yeah. Oh, like killing that squirrel, that was something else.
Yeah, they can kill.
But you know what? They what was it? The squirrel and something else is
a raccoon.
Yeah, but there was another thing that happened. There was two things that happened here right in the end.
Bill said he can send pictures of when they installed his shower.
Okay. Yeah, whatever it takes. Anyway, what was the other thing? There was another thing. can't remember.
Yes, Amanda, we'll be picking your brain for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, that was really sad, and that I guess they had like close to 1 million
Jason, oh, here we go.
TikTokers. Hey, Jason, mute. But anyway, yeah, that. The good news is we did it. People got out there and voted. I think.
Hey, Charlie and Diane.
I think it brought a lot of people together. I'm seeing that the war in Ukraine is coming to an end. He already told them, you want weapons, you can buy them, but we're not giving you anything. We're not giving you any more money. We're going to take that money and help people in this country. And Hamas is already, they're done. They finished up. ISIS is being cool now.
Jason says just go to Hot Springs.
Do what?
Jason said just go to Hot Springs.
For what?
I don't know. The comments come in because he's talking so fast. I don't know what that was referring to. And hi, C&D Casita.
Yeah.
C&D Casita Adventures is here.
Don't use subway tiles.
Oh.
So yeah.
No kidding.
We found a place. Darla found it where we can get real red oak flooring and get it almost enough to do the whole building. We may have to get a partial
pallet.
Well, not 2 pallets, but like part of a pallet. Yeah, for probably cost us about $1,000 to do the whole building, which would, from what I've been looking at, it's like $3,000 or $4,000. So, the DMV. No, you know where you go? You go to the Queen. That's where everybody around. That's where my brother goes.
Yeah.
And they all go down there. They say they're really nice down there. So this lady over here, we can halfway tolerate her, but man, I get
rather than driving all that distance, we just deal with it. Yeah. Whatever. It's her problem.
It just now, with the way the government, I saw an estimate. They're talking about possibly letting go up to 85% of the government employees. So
remember when COVID hit,
federal
and they're
employees.
Like essential people only, and I think
nobody could tell the difference.
It's like, okay, well, still function in the same wheelhouse.
I don't want to see everybody lose their jobs, but there's for every job there's 30 people that are standing around watching one guy work. We don't need that. It just like giving Beyonce $10 million to speak for 4 minutes. These people are getting a pretty large salary each year, and they're not doing nothing, And we're out here busting to pay for it. So that ain't right. What's fair is fair. Now if they're out here and they're paving roads or they're fixing water lines or what, if they're doing an actual thing that we need, or working at the DMV or at the post office or something like that. But it needs to be cleaned up a little bit, made more efficient. I'm telling you, we've had stuff coming in the mail for weeks before it gets here, and our postmaster, she goes, I don't know what's going on. She goes, this doesn't happen a lot, but sometimes it does, and it ain't right, you need something to get something fast, and you pay an extra $30 to get it, and then it comes a week later. Well, why did I want my $30 back? Well, we don't do that, Well, you should, Nothing ticks me off more than when you, like with the UPS stuff, and you tell them how much the price, the value of the stuff you have, and you pay the insurance, and then all of a sudden your stuff comes up missing. You say, well, you need to give me my $1,000. And I go, well, we got to evaluate and determine whether it's worth that. No, I paid for the $1,000. You're going to pay me the $1,000, and they want to argue with you about it. They don't argue with you about it when they're taking the money, just when they have to pay it out. So we actually had one time we had our electronics company, like 12 boxes of stuff.
It was like $10,000.
At least $10,000 of merchandise was missing, and my customer called me. He said, "Hey, I didn't get delivered." And he said, "Well, Should come tomorrow. I said, yeah, maybe it got hung up or something, but it went out Friday. Should, but it always came on Monday. And anyway, called me back next day. He said it did not come, man. So I tracer and I called UPS and I said, hey, and they said, well, it's going to take a few days to figure out where it's at. And I said, well, I need my money. You need to pay me my money for that stuff. Well, we have to evaluate, and there's no evaluation. I paid the insurance. You're going to pay me the money. Well, some guy had my stuff. They picked it up, and he got mad, and he left the truck in the mall. He locked it up and everything, but he left his UPS truck and walked away from it. And they couldn't find it. They finally found it, and they delivered the merchandise, and they didn't have to give me any money. But I found out their attitude. You we had receipts and everything for the inventory, so that's what they were going to have to pay. I wasn't going to let up on them. But anyway, what are we going to talk about now? You need to talk about something. What? See how she is?
I'm really tired.
Yeah, we both are. We had a rough week, and then we've been
traveled a lot.
Not only during the day, but then the nights with Mr.
He never misses a wink, let me tell you.
See that? His tongue's hanging out. His feet are hanging out. He's over there dreaming and snoring.
His tongue is hanging out.
Yeah. I used to have a dog, her tongue hung out like that. You can lead a Democrat to logic, but you can't make them think, yeah? Well, a bunch of them, man. I'm telling you. All these young girls are going to cut the guys off. Well, you know what? That's good because that, as crazy as they are, we don't need to have them reproducing. You know what I mean?
We burned some piles of brush today. We wondered, I know the burn ban's done, but I think the stuff around here is still too soggy.
I need to get that lady across the street over there. She can burn water. I need to get her to come up. Oh, look at you, woke up.
Hi, puppy.
You take a picture of me. I felt my soul be sucked away. I'm going to sell my house next spring.
I gotta say, I bet Peanut still be breathing.
I'm going to rent it out. There's
wearing a Trump hat.
Are coming where I live. You can't believe it. Oh yeah. Where are you at?
Ron Darrow says he bet Peanut'd still be alive if he wasn't wearing a Trump hat in New York.
Yeah. Well, some lady from Texas that had a TikTok, and they say that she was jealous and she snitched him out about being cruel to him or something like that, and they just went in like a drug raid. A whole bunch of them went in there and went all through their cupboards and everything.
And did the hallway in a brick pattern. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you live, Myron? East Coast?
I don't remember where he lives.
Me neither.
I don't remember where I live. Yeah, I do. My little weather station's here showing rain. I hope that doesn't mean anything.
Oh, no rain.
They've
been had enough rain.
Well, this last time they were saying it was going to go for like a week and a half, but
yeah, but
that's too long.
Yeah, I don't show any rain at all.
And Darla is always scared because we do sit up about 3 feet above down below over here. She's always afraid the motorhome's going to slide off.
It could. Wednesday they're showing rain again.
The thing with the motorhome sitting here, it's dry underneath it, and it's sitting on big boards. So
30% chance again on Wednesday. That was gone all day.
What are you doing, Boo? Oh man. He goes, I don't fit in this bed anymore.
Yeah, he's gotten to be a big boy.
Yeah. They're going to build a $5 billion AI data center. You're a big, huge casino, less than 10 miles
Well, it's going to
from
rain
me.
at 6 p.m.
That's 5,000 jobs tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but where are you at?
Wednesday.
What state? What city?
Let's
What
see.
address? What street?
5,000 jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, what address of street? Yeah, he said that's why he burned today, Jason.
Yeah. Well, they found a bunch of lithium here, but
The Smackover deposit.
so if you know who the winds are, type 1. So I know that you know the winds.
Gone with the Winds.
Gone with the Winds. Because I don't know if you watched their video today, but it's like they've been out of their boat for 4 months.
Yep.
And they haven't said too much about it, but that boat, it's an all electric. It does have two diesel motors in their generators, and they drive electric drive motors, but the whole boat, everything is corroding, and their batteries are all like bubbling up, and they're having all kinds of issues with this boat, and they don't know when they're ever going to get back in it. It's got some kind of a sporadic electrical pulse or something. And usually when you have that kind of issue, it's a ground. It's the way they got stuff grounded. So I don't know. I'd be a little leery. I know they paid too much money for that boat. Oh, okay, Eastern Washington. Yeah, I'd be getting out of there too. That was one of the. That's one of the. Of course, the eastern part of Washington isn't like Seattle and the coast.
So. Pasco.
Yeah, we used to love driving through. Washington used to be one of my favorite states to ride motorcycles through.
Pretty.
Yeah, it's beautiful there.
Yeah.
It's like California. California is beautiful. Problem is, it's California now.
Getting some buffering, Mountain Laurel says. We were talking about Gone with the Winds. If you watched that.
Yeah, their boat is they're new. I said to Darla, I think they paid over $500,000 for it. She thinks it's over $1 million. I don't know.
I do think it is over $1 million.
I don't know if it's over $1 million, but it's probably somewhere between $500,000 and $1 million, and it definitely seems to be having some problems. So
Jason says he lost interest when they went off land.
Yeah, I kind of dig I've gotten into multiple sail people, huh?
Yeah.
Because that's not something I would do. But when they get in those situations where they're in these big waves and lightning striking and stuff, I'm like, man, I'm glad I never did that,
Tim Baxley says Trump said he'll cancel the EV mandate. Don't know if the demand will stay that high for lithium.
Yeah,
that's what we heard too.
Well, he already said that. Yeah, well, and you saw that they did pass that thing where they're going to outlaw diesel motorhomes in 6 states, selling them, new ones. So we'll see. I think even Elon Musk is getting away from the electric vehicles. He's going to go with the hydrogen. I guess the SEMA show was this last week, and Toyota and stuff were there with all their hydrogen cars and show him how you fuel them. You fuel them just like you fuel a gas car.
Trey said it was their gel lead acid batteries, not their lithium batteries. However, I'm not protecting lithium, just didn't want to blame the lithium.
Yeah, well, it was they have AGMs, but they put those AGMs there to protect the lithiums. So something, it's not the batteries, and I don't think it's the alternators, and stuff that they're using. I think it's they're not grounded real good, and they actually had their refrigerator quit, and he pulled the refrigerator out, and the wiring was all messed up behind there. So I don't know, man.
Tim Baxley, rich people problem. Yep. But I mean, their channel is about sailing, and now they're out of content. They're caught up. They used to have 4 months worth of videos to put out, and 2 weeks ago they didn't put one out, and then today they finally put one out, and it was like, oh yeah, our boat's broken. It's been broke for 4 months, so they have no content now.
Yeah, Dave. Currently, it's what they outlawed were Freightliner and Spartan chassis. So those are the diesels, and the gas powered ones are coming. So they're going to get on the Fords, and well, basically the Ford's the only one I think that makes gas chassis anymore anyway. So
back to the winds though, I think
Chevy still does.
I told Bill this morning listening to them go, oh, we don't want to say it's them, it's not them, I think it's because they have to play nice right now because they need that thing to be fixed. And if they start bashing them, they're not going to be nice to them.
Well, they showed their prop, and their prop was so corroded.
Yeah.
I don't even see how it would even.
And they told them don't trust it, right?
Good night, John.
Good night, Yanni.
Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Doug. Good night, Patty.
Oh, there's Doug. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I personally, I don't want an electric car. It's not what I would want. I mean, I know they're fast and all that, but I don't. I like it when the battery goes dead. I want to be able to put a thing in and within 5 minutes be full of battery again and go. And they don't have that technology.
It's Gone with the Winds. WYNN'.
Yeah.
It's their channel, but
WYNN.
So we first started watching them when they went to go, kind of like the program where people they'd go and look at 3 houses, and then you had to figure out which one they picked, and then at the end they showed you which one. This was RVs, and they actually bought a motorhome.
Well, they did it. That show.
They did that show.
It wasn't. It was them, but they did the show where you went and they tested 3 RVs, and they got to pick one of them, which one they wanted to get, and they bought the RV. And then as time went on, their last RV before they went sailing, Fleetwood, I think, or someone had given them a motorhome for 2 years.
Yeah.
For free.
And that was their channel. They were RVers, and then they decided they don't want to do that anymore, and they got a sailboat.
Yeah.
And so they've been sailing for 6 years.
And their other sailboat was a pretty nice sailboat, and they didn't have.
But I think the company
too many problems.
The sailboat they got, I think, approached them and said, hey, can we strike a deal? We know you guys, do videos, and this would be great for us. And there we are.
I've been watching.
It's one of those product collaborations that's a flop.
I think it's either Wrecker Rick or Murphy Diesel, and this guy does some amazing recoveries of people stuck out in the desert, and he got a motorhome. This motorhome went down in a dip and got hung up in the back, and got all the wheels were hanging, and they were in an actual drainage ditch. And he went out there with a Dodge Ram and with a winch on it, and he got that thing out. I was amazed. Everybody was telling him, oh, you're going to need a bigger unit than that. And he said, oh, okay, yeah. And he went out there, and this guy knew exactly how to get that. He's a pretty smart guy on doing auto wrecking, so pulling, towing stuff and getting them unstuck. Look that one up. That's a good channel. I'm always watching YouTube, so I enjoy it. Let's see. Stupid new California tailpipe rule just made our old diesel pusher more valuable. Yeah. Well, the trouble is they've got some kind of a new law that they're trying to pass where if you want to drive through California with out-of-state plates, you have to pay so much a mile. I think it's 30 or 40 cents a mile. So everybody just go around California. They're trying to destroy the business there. So, and I don't care about going. I grew up there. I enjoyed California when California was good. Now that it sucks, of course, those laws they're they're going to stop the drugging. They're going to stop um, the homeless thing. They're gonna do that. The being able to steal $1,000, that's over with. They had a thing, a proposition, and they got killed. Newsom got killed on it. So I watched that. What's his name? Peter something. He lived in San Francisco for a couple of years, and he went up there, and he was amazed because they've been cleaning the streets and all the business is gone, but they're trying to make it clean again and try to attract the people to come back in there, and because they want to have tourists, because the city's dying. San Francisco's dying.
Tim said, who'd want a new car or truck with kill switch plus surveillance cameras and hidden GPS? Exactly. Big Brother's enough. I had a fit when they put the cameras at all the intersections and crosswalks.
I think our car might have that kill switch. I don't know.
Think so too.
Because we have OnStar. I don't know whether OnStar, they could shut it off. But I have the OnStar. It's not, I don't have it on. But that doesn't mean that the government can't turn it on.
Jason said he's watching Doctor Who Return of the Cyberman.
Yeah.
Thanks, Caroline K. We appreciate that you're watching us.
Where's she? Oh.
It was the manufacturer saying they couldn't build the diesels to meet the EPA standards. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what? They had to have zero emissions. Zero. In other words, they had to be electric. You know, I mean, the cars, you know, the thing about it is if you see how much damage those lithium batteries, getting all those minerals out of the ground does, I mean, most people would not go along with that. I mean, we worked in the oil fields, and we watched the cows and everything walking around them. They hung out around them a lot of the times.
Peter Santinello.
Yeah, Santinello.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, he's really good. I like his videos too. But they're long. They're always pretty long, so you got to have a little over an hour to watch them. But
I don't remember that.
And I watched
the person that gave that answer. I don't remember seeing you before, so welcome.
Yeah. Anyway, I watched the one where he went back to his old hometown, and this lady took him around, and this was the first day it came out, and she had so many threats on her life that he had to pull it. He had to pull the part where she was in it. He told. He had another video where he said, I had to pull that video off.
I have zero need to travel through California, Tim Baxley said.
Yeah.
The RV manufacturer has to make a certain percentage of vehicles as EVs. Yeah. I hope I don't get you in trouble, Doug says.
Get who in trouble?
You.
For what?
I don't know. You and Doug have some conversations. Maybe they're listening.
No.
I have OnStar on the truck. I disconnected the wires. Jason said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
We can't even find the serial number on our car. I don't know if we'd be able to find the GPS.
Tried to find the serial number because I know that's a new engine in there, and I guarantee you, if I find the VIN number on the motor, it's not the same as the car.
Yeah.
So it's got almost 200,000 miles in those Cadillac. That engine, they're good for about 160, and that's it. And this thing runs like it's brand new.
Dang, guys, we got 46 people in the room. Thank you all for joining us.
Yeah, appreciate it.
If you're
appreciate
having fun,
all the likes
us a
too.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, and if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe.
It's stolen.
What?
Doug says the car.
It probably is. Nah.
Well, we got it registered.
Yeah, so. It's all registered.
Cranky Pants at DMV said, "Okay, fine." We already read that.
You know what? That car's been a blessing for us because man, we have to go down. We have to go to the doctor all the time, and then our daughter's in Little Rock, and you know, I don't mind driving the truck, but
the car's way more comfortable.
Yeah, car's really comfortable.
Heated seats.
My side doesn't work. I got to figure that.
It's
there's a plug. There's a plug underneath the seat just hanging there. And it's the same plug as on the other side, but I can't find the part that comes up and plugs into it. So I'm probably going to have to take the seat all the way out to find the wire. So I don't know.
Myron said Peter's channel is one of the best.
Yeah. Yeah, he's done some good stuff. So, yeah. Someday maybe we'll hear that.
Caroline just told us that she appreciates us.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
That doesn't mean we're the best.
You deserve to be spoiled, Doug said. Thanks, Dougie.
Yeah. Well, we have fun. That's what we do. We put out a lot of nonsense, but that's what we do.
Bill, since Hurricane Helene hit us here and crushed our other RV, where is the best place to look for another RV that is similar to y'all's rig, older year model?
I would say Arizona or Florida or
nice
Texas.
Dry. I don't know about Texas.
Well, or Florida. I mean, Arizona's really good because it's really dry. And if you go to Yuma, there's a whole bunch of really old people there. and they end up staying in Arizona, and they need to get, and there's always a bunch of them sitting on the side of the road there for sale. So you could probably get a pretty decent deal.
People get to Yuma of a certain age demographic, and things change for them. Their health goes away, or a spouse dies, and then they got to get rid of their RV, or they're just tired, and they like the climate in Yuma, and so they decide, well, we're just going to buy, a little casita here or whatever, and then they want to sell their RV and their truck or whatever, So that seems to be a good place, and it is dry, so that's really good.
Yeah, Tim, I wasn't going down to the doctor from working out here, although I did get injured a couple times and get twisted up, but I have a polyp in my nose, and they had to do a scan, so that's all I went down there for. We have to go a couple times a year because of just we're on Medicare, so they want to see us and make sure that we're still around. So
Myron said, yeah, that was in Vermont, and she was a police law enforcement, and they had to pull the video.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And really, I'm really loving our new used 2019 Lexus GX460. Wow. Toyota killed their bulletproof V8. So glad we got one, not a turbo V6. Too many issues. Yep. Yeah, we look good in that Lexus too.
We have a V6, but it's fuel injected, but it's high compression. It's 11-to-1 compression, and tell you what, man, that thing is really peppy.
Yeah.
It's very
no problem passing. Unless somebody's playing games, and then we almost get in a head on.
Well, we had one day we were coming home, and there was 2 lanes, and there was a big truck, and he was I was coming around him, and there was a van in front of me, and we were going downhill, and this guy was keeping pace with me, and this van wouldn't go any faster, and then we started going uphill, and I thought I was going to get around him, and the guy was empty in the truck, and he just stayed on it. And we started going up this hill, and the lane was ending, and I just got it right up behind that van, and he finally sped up a little bit, and I was able to get around. And she was panicking. I said, I still had brakes. So, I mean, we still had room to go forward, and if it got any worse, I just have to hit the brakes.
Yeah, Laurel said our small RV restoration project still ongoing.
Yeah.
And Myron said, you guys better team up with Class A Living.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want a 60,000 pound Class A Living. He's been doing infomercials. We did on our little thing that I told you about last week, the little thing, to check your electrical power.
Somebody emailed us, said, "Oh, we've been watching your videos, and we'd really like it if you'd collab with us, and we'll give you this product, blah blah blah."
Two items, and then they said they were out of stock on one of them.
But you can pick one other.
So I picked a really nice surge protector, and they said, "Well, we sent the other one already, and we'll see how it goes, and then we'll send that other one to you." So we'll see, and we're going to give that
away.
We're going to give it away. I haven't figured out how we're going to do it yet.
Only if it's a decent product. Yeah, otherwise, it's going in the trash.
I'm going to take a hammer and smash it, and I'll send the video to the company and say, "This is what I think of your product." But if it's good, I mean, it's something you plug in, and it gives you a readout of what you're about ready to plug your RV into, which is I have a surge protector, and I always plug it in first and check it's got 5 lights on it. And if anything's red, something's wrong. What?
Step Van Dan. Hi, Step Van Dan.
Step Van Dan.
I haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I thought his name said Economic Refugees. It's covering up everything. Yeah. From Minnesota.
Nothing wrong with V6 or Tacoma pulled-up trailer over 100,000 miles. Not one problem. It's the turbo on V6 trying to make them work like a big block V8. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing with turbos is if you keep them under like 8 pounds of boost, they don't really do much damage, but you got to have low compression motors too, and O-ring heads. And I used to actually, when I was a kid, I worked at a shop, Act Miller's, and they built what was called the Pangra. I don't know if anyone knows what a Pangra is, but it's a Pinto, and they put a Pantera front end on them with the pop-up lights, and they put it had the 2000 cc Pinto motor turbocharged, and they put a 5-speed in it and changed the rear end gears. And they turboed the motors and then put a wing on it and everything. Hey, Will and Wendy, how you guys doing? We won. Yeah, we did. Ain't that great?
Step Van Dan says, I've been working on the van a lot. And Tim Baxley said, Doug at Sewell Motor Coach is a good guy.
Yeah. Sewell. How come I know that?
Is it a YouTube channel? I guess.
I don't know.
Must be.
We signed on. We just signed on. Okay. Yeah, we're about to sign off. We're tired.
Okay.
We got to go till late. We got about 3 more minutes of suffering, huh?
2.
So, 2 minutes.
Suffering. What, for them? For audience.
We're long suffering. Yeah. So, hey, Pepti, are you guys going to Quartzsite, or you?
The other day.
I thought you said you weren't, but I don't remember, or you might not, or you might, or whatever. We are actually going. We have a new gig, and for anybody that wants to meet Mike from Sky Thunder Fireworks, he's going to be going too. He's going to be staying in Blythe.
They really liked our video. We did too.
Yeah.
We're just so glad it's progressing,
Yeah.
But it's been rainy a lot. We were talking about that, so that kind of put the kibosh on.
Snot bubbles.
What?
Snot bubbles. I like your tinfoil. Yeah, I usually don't wear a hat unless I'm going to make some weird comments. But I'm having a bad hair day, so I'm wearing a hat.
That is the absolute funniest YouTube handle I've ever seen. Thanks.
That's one of my expressions. Hey, don't be a snot.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's a good one to end on.
Snot bubbles. Now Darla will be using that all night. Let's change our name to Snot Bubble Refugees or something. She'll want to steal that, I'm telling you. We are intending to go. All right. We really enjoyed it last year there with you guys.
Fantastic.
and the group.
Good deal.
They'll probably go to a different campground.
No, they've got to be by us so I can cut Wendy's hair again. I'm sure it's as long as
yeah,
mine
we got to steal
now.
their internet. Yeah.
Starlink.
Sweet
Millicent Carbuncle.
Hello from Washington State. Well,
hello.
We have a couple people from Washington State tonight. Good night and have a good weekend.
Thanks, Rosebud.
And be safe,
Good
everyone.
to see you.
And don't forget to hit the like button. All right, there we go. See, that's good. We appreciate that. It helps us get these videos out. And got to pay for this house over here. All you got to do is watch our videos. That'll help.
A million times.
Yeah. That helps us. So, all right, guys. Well, we appreciate you being here. We are going to, when your house is complete, what are you going to do with your Class A motorhome? We're going to drive it off a cliff.
No, Bill wants to be buried in it.
Yeah, I want to be buried. I'm going to be buried in this. I just have to buy a whole cemetery to park it in. Well, we're going to hang on to it for a while. We're not giving up the RV lifestyle.
I would like to get a truck and a camper, and just make John.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
But we still got to work for a while longer.
We do. We've got too much still we have to do, so we'll have to keep working for a few more years.
Yeah, we want to be able to get this house finished. Yeah. And I'd like to build a garage. And then when I have the garage, then what one of the things I can do is work on the really old bikes. So, the like 48 to 69, I can do the old generator motors and stuff and restore them and rebuild them and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to the garage is going to be like 60 feet long and 14 feet wide. And I'll have it where the truck goes in one end and the car goes in the other end. And in the middle will be a small shop. And then what I'll do is like if I need to paint tanks and fenders, I can take like the truck out and I'm painting. I'll have to paint a couple things. I'll get a good respirator and outside air supply. Yeah, I'll probably shave by then. But yeah, we'll then that way I can do some bikes, and if I do 2 bikes a year, I'll make more than having to do too much work. And I like it.
Not Bubba said well inside, but I'm not sure what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Oh my
We're thinking about starting our search for a bit bigger and older model RV. Well, the Tigners on here, they just bought a 94 Holiday Rambler Navigator. I think he paid around $3,000 for it. Of course, it needs some work, but that was a pretty good deal.
That is very good because it's mechanical and cosmetic, and that can be overcome. It's not all computers like the newer ones. So.
Right. We bought this one 15 years ago, and we paid $25,000 for it. It had 30,000 miles on it, but it needed to be painted. We had to get rid of the grandma colors in here, the blue and gold leaf couches and the furry blue plus.
Just super dated.
Yeah.
Very 90s. Off the cliff.
There's Ronald Silva. He's here, but he's late.
You're gonna drive the motorhome off the cliff while inside of it. Yes.
I almost did that once, huh?
Yes.
We went and stayed at some friends, and their house overlooked the golf course, and I couldn't get hooked up.
Oh, hey, Ronald Silva.
So I needed to turn it around, and I didn't know, but there was like where a stream runs through there when it rained, and the thing started driving off the cliff, and I started to back up, and it started digging in, and I got stuck. I mean, really stuck. And the thing was leaning real hard, and so I got out and I dug it, all around it, and he had some plywood. He said, well, get a tow truck. I said, tow truck ain't going to pull this thing sideways, trust me.
Well, there was no room to get a tow truck in front of it because it was right on the edge of the property.
And it was probably 100+ feet down to the bottom, and there was a golf course down there. And anyway, I ended up putting some plywood behind the rear wheels, and I was able to get it rolling backwards, and I got it up on a high point and kind of got it turned a little bit, and then I started filling in. I put that plywood in, and then I finally just gave her the throttle. Excuse me. And went just straight on, and I went out into the field, and I got past that one spot, and I was able to drive around and get it in there. But man, for a while there, we thought it was.
When we were,
and I kept getting
everything
in this.
We owned.
I kept getting in this thing, and every time I backed it up, it leaned more, and I was like, "Oh man, this thing's going."
I took pictures of it, but it just didn't display.
You can't tell,
camera,
you know. Yeah. But when you were standing in it, you could barely. It just felt like it was going to flip over. It was just so light. It just felt like you'd go outside and push on it.
Yeah, Laurel said, "We hope we can make it to Quartzsite this next time."
Yeah.
It'd be good if you could get there and look for an RV.
Yeah. Well, and like we said, Yuma's a good place to look, and
that's very close to Quartzsite.
And there's a lot of older people there, and they just want out of it. They usually get one of those little casita houses or whatever you call them, and they just want to settle down, and they don't want to mess with it.
Or a mobile home or something.
There's Chris is here. Woo! Yeah, we're about ready to go, Chris. We've been saying goodbye for about 10 minutes here.
My perfect RV is a quality 25-foot travel trailer with a V800, nothing bigger. We loved our years in our 22-foot trailer in Tacoma. Yes.
Well.
Hi, Chris. I say that. What did I step into? Talks of RV aside. Have a great night. No, we just said Bill wants to be buried in this motorhome. Somebody asked us what we're going to do with it. So. Yeah.
No, we were talking about it almost going over the cliff.
Yeah, that too.
We had to get a Class A because we have a Boston Terrier. So.
Doug makes a good point. Yes, thank you to all the veterans. Appreciate your service.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Well, we are going to do it this time. So, thank you for coming.
Thanks for dining.
We'll see you next week. We're probably going to put out at least one more video during the week, this coming week, and we're going to be working on the house, man. Hopefully I'm hoping that by next weekend it's got the roof on it. We'll see. He said he could do it. He said he could do it real fast with the weather.
Hopefully we have more footage for you guys.
We will.
All right, guys. Good night.
Good night.